Let's jump into this next story, and it's kind of changing the subject, but it goes in line with what we were talking about. We have this from timcast.com. PragerU personality details YouTube kids promoting LGBTQ content. These videos are not child-friendly, and YouTube is pushing them to indoctrinate kids. And it's worse than that. This is Aldo Buttazzoni. YouTube Kids is grooming children with LGBTQ propaganda. Aldo, I think you actually you buried the lead here, and I mean this with all due respect. The real concern is that at a certain point, so what Aldo says is he signed up an account made for 9 to 12-year-olds. And then one of the first videos that pops up recommends a kid meets gender nonconforming person. I'm not as concerned with just that. The issue is when it gets into the ideas of consent, and they're telling children about consent. And they start talking about, here we go, consent is giving permission to someone or something. Why are they giving 9 and 12-year-olds consent lessons in a sexual context? This is what's alarming about what YouTube Kids is doing. So you think it's just in the schools. And Ron DeSantis has his plan to get rid of diversity, equity, and inclusion. But everybody in this is 5 steps behind what's actually been going on. And going back to ElsaGate, people have been giving their kids YouTube. Their kids are they're like, YouTube Kids, it's good for you. And then you get some adult in a sexualized context like drag saying, let's talk about what it means to consent. And then in this thread, I think it's in this thread, you have Billboard Chris, we've had on the show, a guy telling him that their goal is to decouple age and consent. Quite literally saying he wants 12-year-olds to be able to consent with adults. This is what they're pushing on kids. I'm not surprised by it, but it's got to be insidious. It can't be overt. They can't come out right now and just say it. It's got to be a slow creeping malevolent force that goes under the radar. So when mom and dad are busy with work and they hand the iPad to the kid and sign up for YouTube Kids because YouTube Kids is safe, what does YouTube Kids say? Come here, little boy. Come into a sexualized context where we can tell you about consent. That's exactly what they're doing.
The internet and like television is like inviting a stranger into your home to babysit your children. Like if you wouldn't pick some random person off the street, you cannot trust anything that comes from the internet, cable TV. Like it is written by someone you don't know for a company that you don't know what their values are. Like even if you pick one video, the YouTube algorithm immediately serves up another video. Like there's no way for you to know for sure what's going to happen. And that's why, again, I can't help but think it's like inviting just a random person you met at the grocery store to come watch your kids for 2 hours. And I get it. Like, it's hard to be a parent. You've got a lot of stuff going on. Sometimes you need a break. You need to, like, have a way to engage your children that you don't need to be there present for. But, like,
what if
TV is not it, sir.
What if I told you that the YouTube Kids app was promoting child strippers to your 9 to 12-year-olds? Well, that's in the thread. Meet Desmond is amazing. Now, of course, his family's quite litigious, but there's a video of him dancing on stage for money at an adult gay bar. That is the same thing as go-go dancing. Why is a child doing this, and why are they promoting this to other children?